Hey D, are you there? I'm just wondering if you had a quick second to chat with me about something. I just wanted to let you know that I was talking to my boss and it sounds like I'll be having these late nights going on for a while.
You're kidding me. I feel like I hardly ever see you anymore, Charles. What is going on at work that is keeping you so late there every single night?
I know, trust me, I don't want to be doing this any more than you want me to either. But there is just a lot of things going on with the company right now. Even some of our clients are getting sucked into the mess and it's just, ugh. Anyways, it's sounding like this is going to probably be a thing for at least another 2 weeks or so, and might not be able to talk to you as much throughout the workday.
I see. Well, that really sucks, but I guess if it's what your job is asking of you, then I understand. I suppose if you're going to be that busy working, though, I'll only try to reach out to you if it's an emergency, and otherwise I'll just try to let you concentrate. And then you won't have to worry about responding to any texts or anything like that. You'll just be able to focus on what you're doing and not have me distract you or anything like that.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your understanding. I really wish this wasn't the case, but it is what it is for now.
I understand. These things happen from time to time. Anyways, I hope that it all goes over well and that you can get back to your regular schedule soon.
Charles, are you there? I have something that I need to talk to you about right now. Oh, Todd, how's it going? I feel like I don't hear from you all that often. Is everything okay? We don't have time for that right now. Where are you? Well, I'm on the bus on my way to go meet a client right now, actually. But given your tone, I take it that this isn't the answer that you were wanting to hear. You bet it's not it. How can you be at work at a time like this? What's the matter with you, man? Sorry, I feel a little out of the loop. Is everything okay? Am I missing something? I don't know, you tell me. Unless you want me to just come out and spell it for you. But I really can't believe you're acting like nothing is going on here at all. Todd, I'm really sorry, but I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about right now. Did I do something wrong? Is everything okay where you are? What is it? What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? Please tell me that's just supposed to be some kind of messed up joke. It's really not. But if you could tell me what's going on, then that would really help me clear all of this up. Whatever it is, it sounds pretty serious to me. Of course it's serious. You're missing your parents-in-law's funeral right now. Did you really not know about that at all? Wait, what? A funeral? You can't be serious about that. Of course I am. The wake begins tonight around 6. I know that they're not your real parents, but I still would have expected you to be there for them and us right now. I really thought you were a better guy than this. But I'm sorry, I really had no idea. When did they pass? What do you mean? Are you seriously asking me that? I guess I am. This is seriously the first time that I'm hearing about any of this. Todd, I really am sorry for your loss. I don't know what else to say. You have to be kidding me, man. Are you telling me that you really didn't know that both my parents got sick and were in the hospital together? You didn't know about any of that? No, I really didn't. The last time that I saw them was a while ago, but they were not healthy. I had no idea they were in a hospital at all. Well, they both seemed to catch the same thing, and they were both hospitalized together. First, it was Dad's condition that worsened. It happened so quickly, and then he was just gone. And my mom followed him 2 days later. So then that's why the funeral is for the both of them. That's right. We're going to have the wake all through the night tonight, and then we're going to have the funeral tomorrow. I see. Todd, I'm so sorry. You have my sincerest and deepest condolences. I promise you that I didn't know a thing about any of this. It's okay. None of that matters now. But do you think you can come back here and be here for the wake and the funeral? Todd, I really want to be there now that I know all of this is happening, but, well, I guess I could talk to my boss about getting off early, but I still wouldn't make it back home until tomorrow. Wait, what? What do you mean? Why wouldn't you be making it here until tomorrow? I thought that you just lived 40 minutes away, right? Why would it take you that long? Well, it would take me that long because about a year ago I was sent on an extended business trip and I've been up in Michigan ever since. Hold on a second. You've been living in Michigan for the past year? Are you serious? Yeah, of course. Sorry, did Dee not mention that to you at all? Actually, now that I say that, I wonder why I haven't heard from her about this at all. Maybe she's just been so broken up about losing her parents. Wait, hold on a second. I think that something might be up here. Up? What do you mean by that? Is anything else going on back home that I should know about? I know I'm far away right now, but I would like to be kept in the loop. Well, the thing is that I haven't actually been able to get a hold of my sister for a while now. Wait, you haven't been able to get a hold of Dee? But why not? I thought you guys kept in touch. Charles, I am really sorry to do this to you, but I think I'm going to need some time to confirm a couple of things before I tell you anything else. In fact, can I ask you for a couple questions about your work right now? Well, sure, I guess you can if you think it'll help with whatever's going on. Okay, so you moved to Michigan a year ago for work, is that right? Yep. I've been here just a little over 11 months, but basically a year at this point. Okay, so you've been living up north, and you've been in contact with Dee this whole time then? Yeah, pretty much, although we don't talk every day. But we do chat every now and then, and I'll leave her messages about what I've been up to or how things are going up here. Okay, that makes sense. And have you talked to her recently at all? Actually, now that you mention it, I think it's been about 10 days since her and I last sent a message to each other. You haven't talked to your own wife in over a week? Well, there was some serious drama happening up here with the company and some of our clients, you see. I was being kept late on overtime every single day, and I told Dee about it. She suggested talking to me less so that I'd be less tempted to text her during work. And so, since then, we haven't really said anything to each other. Got it. And that must also mean that the last time you two saw each other was a while ago as well, right? Yeah, I think the last time that we were in person together was something like 6 months ago when I managed to get some time off to visit her. So you haven't seen your wife in 6 months either. That's really tough. But it still doesn't explain everything because my parents were hospitalized about 4 months ago. But you told me that you had no idea that that had even happened to begin with, right? I'm really sorry I didn't hear about it, but it's true. I had no idea that they had been in there that long. That's okay. I think I'm starting to understand the picture here. Well, do you mind if I ask what's going on with your mind right now? Because I feel more confused than ever about all of this currently. Okay, let me try and explain it to you. So my dad died about a week ago, okay? I called Dee to tell her about it, and there was some guy who answered the phone. Although he said that he was you. But I take it that it wasn't me because I already told you I didn't know that this had happened, right? That's right. So this guy pretending to be you said that Dee wasn't feeling good and asked you to answer her phone. And then I told this guy about our dad and that was it. But now I understand that you and Dee weren't even physically together at this point, right? That's right. I don't remember a phone call, much less answer a phone call for Dee or talking to you on the phone. But now that I'm starting to put this together, I'm going to talk to my boss about getting permission to go home early from this. That might be a good idea. I'll do some more digging around on my end and see if I can't find anything concrete about what's happening. But anyways, I told this guy to tell Dee to call me back as soon as she was able to, and I haven't heard at all from her ever since then. Jeez, what do you think happened? I'm starting to get a little scared personally. I don't know. I tried messaging and calling her and have gotten nothing back. Now that I'm in charge of preparing the funeral, I've just been so busy. But I assumed that Dee just wasn't feeling good. I don't know, I thought maybe she had heard about mom and dad and just didn't want to talk to me out of grief, but now I realize that I hadn't actually tried reaching out to your phone to try and get a hold of her. And that's why you messaged me today asking where I was. That's right. So I guess now you're basically all caught up. Got it. Well, okay, I'll go and talk to my boss about leaving. I'm sorry that I won't be able to make it for the wake, but I will try my best to be there as early as I can for the funeral in case you need any help. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. The funeral starts at 1 in the afternoon, just so you know. Okay then. I should have time to make it back and get myself ready for that. Then I guess I'll try reaching out to Dee and see what she knows about this. Sounds good. I really hope that you can come through to her. Dee, are you there? You and I have something really serious to talk about. Please, Dee, this is an emergency. You have to get back to me right away. Did you know anything at all about your parents' funeral? The wake is tonight and the funeral itself is tomorrow at 1. You need to call Todd and get the details from him right away. He said that he can't seem to get a hold of you, but that he wanted you to know what happened because he needs your help. Hello? Are you there? Anyways, I'm going to try and head home first thing in the morning tomorrow to make it back. When you see these messages, please get back to me. Hey, Charles. I just wanted to thank you for all your help yesterday. Todd, of course. Anything for you and your family. I'm just really sorry that I couldn't have been there for the wake. It's okay. I know that you wouldn't have made it even if you tried. But anyways, I figured out who the guy was who answered Dee's phone was. Really? You did? Who the heck is he? Just what the heck is going on? Charles, I don't know how to tell you this. What is it? Is Dee okay? Please, I've actually been really worried about this. I think it would be better if you and I could talk about this in person. Can we meet up, please? Yeah, of course. I'll talk to my boss about taking tomorrow off and we can find some time to get to the bottom of this. Okay then. Let me know what time tomorrow will work best for you. Of course. Thank you so much for looking into this for me. Dee, you and I have got some serious talking to do.
Charlie, it's so nice to hear from you. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks since you and I last talked. Did things calm down at work? How have you been? I miss you.
I guess you can say that. Actually, I've already come back home.
Oh, really? I take it that this isn't just for a vacation, though, right?
Dee, can you tell me where you are right now?
Oh, I'm just out with a friend right now. We're just catching up. We might grab some dinner together or something. So I guess I might not be back home until pretty late, but you can just whip something up for yourself.
You're with a friend, I see. Well, did you talk to your brother at all?
Todd? What do you mean? Why would I need to talk to him? Did something happen?
I think it would be better if you just talk to him yourself.
Sure, okay. Charles, are you there? Please answer me. We need to talk about some things.
That's right. Like how you've been cheating on me with some guy from your class reunion? Have you really been away traveling this whole time with him?
No, wait, you don't understand. I promise. I had no idea about my parents or their funeral.
So you're admitting to cheating on me then? Because you didn't deny that at all.
Charlie, I'm really sorry. I was just so lonely without you. You were gone for a whole year.
I can't believe it. You lied to me this whole time and now you're making excuses for yourself? Well, you might as well tell me everything. Like, why didn't you know what all was going on with your parents? And why did you tell this guy to pretend to be me on the phone? Your brother called you and thought it was me, and he told this guy to tell you about your parents. But I guess he didn't say anything, did he?
Well, you were right about us being on vacation, but it was my very first time going abroad. And my old classmate had been abroad plenty of times and said there was no point having a phone overseas, so he offered to hold on to it while we were away. He told me that he would tell me if anything important came through, but you didn't tell me anything, even after my dad had died. I guess he knew that I would want to end our trip and turn around, so he just kept quiet. He even blocked Todd. And by the time we had gotten back, he deleted all the messages about the deaths and the funeral and the missed calls and gave me my phone back.
I see. So that's why you had no idea about your parents.
I was so upset with him, I screamed at him for hours.
Oh, really? You were that upset?
Of course I was. He didn't tell me that my own parents had died. Isn't that just horrible?
But you hadn't even told me about them being in the hospital. Did you not know about that either?
What do you mean by that?
Todd already told me all about it. I know that they were in the hospital for months.
Right, but what about it?
Well, they were hospitalized while I was away for work, but I still didn't hear about any of that until they were already gone. I had to find out about your parents and your affair both from Todd.
But I'm done with that other man. You don't have anything to worry about.
You think you can just brush your affair aside like that? No. You and I are getting a divorce.
Wait, what? You can't be serious about this, right? Charles, both of my parents just died and I had no idea.
And you think that I should just ignore the fact that you were lying about your parents and cheating on me this whole time? I can't even with you right now, D. The next time you talk to me, it's going to be through my lawyer. I really can't believe that my wife thought she could just excuse herself from the fact that she was lying and cheating on me. At least my lawyer was sympathetic when he heard my story. He told me that he had seen similar cases like this where the wife had something bad happen to her and tried to get out punishment through crocodile tears. I told him I just wanted things to be over and to have my own life again. In the end, Dee and I were finally divorced, and I did sue her for her affair. Even Todd took my side during those divorce proceedings. He was furious with his sister for her affair, leading to her missing the funeral. Obviously, it's sad that Dee didn't know that her own parents had died, but she really has no one else to blame for this outcome but herself.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey there, Mom. I found an odd amount of water pooled up on the ground underneath the laundry I hung out on the line before I left this morning. You went and poured buckets of water all over them, didn't you? Another thing, I made a big pot of beef stew to have for dinner tonight, but I can't seem to find the pot or the stew anywhere. I suppose this is your doing as well, yeah? Plus, it seems that someone has dumped the garbage from the garbage can all over the living room floor. Would you mind telling me exactly why you did all of that? You really want to know, Judy? You call yourself a housewife, yet feel entitled to completely abandon your responsibilities at home. You're supposed to be doing housework, not having luncheons with your friends. I did all the housework. I'm asking why you felt compelled to completely ruin all the housework that I did. You know, the laundry, cooking, and cleaning. As I just said, it's your fault for abandoning your responsibilities around the house. You left the house and it fell into ruin. You can't blame me for that. It wasn't a luncheon and I wasn't gallivanting. I was going to take care of my mom in the hospital. I told you about this beforehand. I can't put all the burden of caring for her on my brother and his wife, so I'm going down to help out when I can to give them a break. Don't be ridiculous. Of course you can put it all on her. That's her job. She married into your family, didn't she? When you married into this family, you agreed to prioritize our needs over your old family's. That's what it means to be a wife. Your brother's wife made the same deal. And allow me to repeat myself, you're a housewife. What sort of housewife doesn't take care of the housework? You have a job to do here, and you'll do it or else. Allow me to repeat myself. I did do the housework. I did the laundry and hung it on the line. I made a big pot of beef stew for dinner. I cleaned the living room and vacuumed the floor. I did all of that. And then you came along and ruined everything I did. Do you have any evidence it was me? Yes. What? Did you forget? We have security cameras monitoring the house in every room. They've been there since before you moved in with us. You knew all about them. You mean you actually had those things turned on? Yeah. What good are security cameras if they're not on? That's an egregious invasion of my privacy. I'll be having a little talk with Jake about this. Go ahead. He's the one who told you about the security cameras, though, so I'm not sure how much good it'll do you. You'll get what's coming to you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get to work on redoing all the housework that I already did this morning, thanks to you. Also, I won't be able to have dinner ready in time, so I'm not sure where you are right now, but go ahead and get something for yourself on the way home. Unbelievable! Now you're slacking off on making dinner for us? I'm terribly sorry, but you and the friends you called over for lunch today ate all the beef stew that I was planning to have for dinner, so you'll just have to make do. You can't talk to me that way! Right now, that's the most civil language I can use with you. Impudent little girl, I am your mother-in-law. I'm done with this conversation. I want to get the housework done before midnight. Jake, your mother did it again today.
What?
She called her friends over for lunch today and they ate up all the beef stew that I had made for dinner.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw it all on the security monitors. To add insult to injury, she even told her friends that she was the one who made it. She also dumped buckets of water all over the laundry that I had put out on the line to dry. And to top it all off, she dumped the garbage out all over the living room floor I had just vacuumed.
Unreal. She just moved in 3 days ago. I can't believe my mother would behave so childish.
On the first night, she threw the dinner I made away and said it was disgusting. Then yesterday, she told me I was folding the clothes wrong, so she threw them all out of the closet and made me fold them again. I know she's your mother, and I don't want to be disrespectful toward her, but this is all just too much, right?
I'm so sorry, Judy.
Well, it's nothing for you to be sorry about. The apartment she was living in by herself burned down in a freak accident, leaving her with nowhere to go on short notice. What else were we supposed to do? We couldn't just kick her out onto the curb.
For now, I'll just tell her that she needs to sign a new lease and move out as soon as possible. Her apartment was pretty standard. It won't be too hard to find one that's on the same level. Be okay with it. We can help her out with moving in her initial expenses to help her move out of the house even sooner.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. If I knew exactly when she'll be leaving, it could make dealing with her a bit easier.
Again, I'm really sorry to be putting you through this. Let me know if anything else happens, okay?
Thanks, Jake. I'll do that.
I'm getting in the car right now. Do you want me to pick you up something on my way home?
You know what? That sounds absolutely fantastic.
What are you in the mood for? I was thinking tacos.
I'm fine with whatever you want to have.
Gotcha. Okay, see you in a bit.
Drive careful, Jake. I love you. I don't believe you, Judy. Are you actually going out again? How shameless can you be? A housewife who constantly refuses to do housework and goes out into town every day? I'm more disappointed in you than I can describe. I can't take any more of this. You think you can live off my son's hard-earned money while contributing absolutely nothing to the family, but I won't allow that to continue. You and Jake are getting divorced. Mom, what is wrong with you? You put all of my things down by the curb? And my key doesn't work. Did you actually change the locks on me? I can't get into the house. Oh, you finally came crawling back home, did you? I hope you had fun during your night on the town. Just when I started to think you couldn't possibly become any worse of a parasite, you go out and party the night away until morning. My mom had a major surgery yesterday, and I was staying at my parents' house overnight. I told you all of this beforehand, so I won't let you pretend that you didn't know. And that's all besides the point. Why did you throw all of my things down on the curb? You had better have a very good explanation for this. It's all very simple, Judy. I'm kicking you out of this house. What? What makes you think you have the right to kick me out of my own home? Your home? What on earth are you talking about? This isn't your home. Not anymore. I have no need for a housewife who's never around the house. Get out and never come back. I won't allow you to mooch off my dear son for one more second. Take your things and leave, you worthless parasite. Starting today, this house belongs to me and my son. Is that so? Well then, starting next month, your rent will be $3,500 a month. What?
Mom.
Oh, there you are, Jake. That awful Judy has lost her mind. You'll never believe what she just told me. When I told her I was kicking her out of the house, she told me I'd have to pay rent. And do you know how much she said rent was? $3,500. Oh, where does she get off? You'll have to be careful of her after the divorce, Jake. She'll try and come after your money again, I'm sure of it. I bet that whole rent nonsense is just her attempt to keep up her pampered lifestyle without having to work for herself for once. I don't know how she even thinks she could charge me rent at all. Oh, goodness, what did you ever see in that girl?
I don't know, Mom. Seems pretty straightforward to me. When someone lives in your house, they become your tenant and you become their landlord. That's how real estate works.
Wait, what?
The house title is in Judy's name, Mom.
It's Judy's? What do you mean?
You tried to kick Judy out of the house to live there without her just now, didn't you? Well, if you want the owner of the house to leave the house, seems pretty obvious that you'd have to pay her rent.
That's ridiculous. The house is yours, isn't it?
Nope, it's not. Legally, the house belongs to Judy.
But, that's impossible. She doesn't work. All she does is leech off of your hard-earned money. How could she afford to buy a house?
Actually, Judy isn't a housewife. Not a full-time one, anyway.
You're not making any sense.
She manages apartment buildings and parking lots.
She does? Oh, this is the first I've ever heard of this.
She doesn't talk about it much because back when she started, she actually had to cut off ties with a couple old friends who that just because she was the building owner, that she would rent to them for free or cheap. Tell you the truth, I didn't even know about it until after I proposed to her. With her rental income, we decided that only one of us would need to work. When we started trying to have kids, she quit the office job she had been doing and just kept up with her real estate business.
But she's asking for $3,500 a month. Isn't that insane?
Given the area and the size of the house, I say that's fair market value, honestly.
But I'm her mother-in-law. She can't take money from me.
Yeah, the thing about that is yes, she absolutely can. She owned the house and gave you her terms. If you want to keep living there, pay her $3,500 a month. If you don't like it, there's only one thing for you to do. Move out.
Move out?
That was always the plan from the beginning, wasn't it? You said when you moved in that you'd only be living with us for as long as it took to get a new apartment.
Well, I was only saying that to be polite. I thought you'd be fine with me continuing to live here, well, permanently.
I did consider the possibility that things might turn out that way when you first moved in, yeah. But that all went out the window on the very first day when you started verbally abusing Judy before you even had your suitcases unpacked.
Verbal abuse? Oh, that's nonsense. I did no such thing.
If you really think you weren't being verbally abusive, all I could say is yikes. Judy wanted to stay out of it and let you find a new place at your own pace, out of respect for you as my mother and sympathy for your last place burning down. But now that you're trying to kick her out and take the house for your own, you've got to understand that anymore, there's not a snowball's chance in hell that you'll be able to keep living with us.
No, but, well, then where am I supposed to go?
Figure it out yourself. You have a job, don't you? You have means. You're an adult. You're more than capable of finding and paying for your own apartment. Why are you so intent on living with us permanently?
Well, I sort of got fired.
You got fired? What the hell did you do, Mom?
I didn't do anything wrong. Not the way I see it, anyway. I mean, it's a big company, right? Oh, they had more than enough things like toilet paper, coffee, snacks. So I took some home with me from time to time.
Oh, no.
And then I started doing it more and more. They said if I paid the company back for the amount I took home with me, then they wouldn't press charges. And that ate through practically all of my savings.
You're lucky that's all they did to you. That's theft, Mom. It's a crime.
Really?
Yes, really. How could you not get that? I don't believe this. You treated Judy like she was a parasite when you were the one who was freeloading. Yep, there's no way I'm going to let you live with us after this.
Oh, Jake, don't say that. How will I go on if I can't live here anymore? What am I supposed to do?
Find a job as a live-in maid or something, I don't know.
Jake!
Whatever you do from now on is no longer any concern of mine.
What are you saying?
I have a message from Judy for you. You can continue living in that house if you want, but I'm not budging on my terms. The price is $3,500 a month, no less. If you can't pay it, then I want you out of the house by the end of the month. End of story.
But, you don't agree with her, do you?
Do I really need to ask? Yes, I am 100% on Judy's side in all of this, and I always will be.
Not you too, Jake.
If only you hadn't been so horrible to Judy, we might have at least helped set you up with a nice apartment somewhere nearby, or even allowed you to stay with us on a more semi-permanent basis. That's long gone now, though, and you have only yourself and your horrendous evil behavior to blame.
Jake, wait!
I always knew you had a bit of a self-centered side to you, Mom, but I never thought you'd do a thing like this. I'll come by to pick up my things from that house after you moved out as soon as you possibly can. Don't feel like you have to wait until the end of the month either. The sooner you're out of our life, the better.
Jake's mother's inability to consider the possibility that she was in the wrong seems to have been a recurring theme for her. Even her husband, Jake's father, had been putting up with her for years, and when Jake moved out of the house several years ago, he decided that the time was right and divorced her. On the very last day of the month, my mother-in-law managed to find a job with employee housing and rushed to move all of her things out of the house. It seems that a $3,500 rent was just a little bit above her budget. Isn't that a shame? As for Jake and I, we decided to rent out that house for some additional income. We're now living in a comfortable little condo that's right at the halfway point between my parents' house and Jake's office. Jake still gets texts from his mom on occasion, but all she ever talks about is how much she hates her job. Sometimes I come close to feeling sorry for her, but when I think about her awful behavior and total lack of remorse, I remember that she's getting exactly what she deserves. We haven't blocked her number, but that's just so we can keep tabs on her. We have no intention to involve ourselves with her ever again.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.